Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused. Stay consistent.
It's your boy A God. Welcome to Street Dialogue Podcast, where we get dialogue from a street perspective. And today we have a special guest on, Coupe Daze. So what I like to do for you, I would like you to introduce yourself for the fans and the people who are watching that don't know who you are. Go ahead on and introduce yourself.
You rocking with the man, the myth, the one, the DMV, him, Coupe Daze. Yeah.
Let's get it. So, you're from the DMV, correct?
Yes, sir. All day, every day.
So what part of the DMV are you from?
I'm from Virginia, man. Home of the cook-up. Real, Timberland, Missy, Genuine, all them. DMV, bro.
So what does the DMV mean? Got you. So what does the DMV mean to you?
In what way? Like, we talking about unity, division? What does it stand for? Like,
all that.
I feel like we hella talented and we had breakthroughs, but I feel we missing, like what Atlanta have. Like they come together, they throw showcases, they got venues, and everybody's for everybody, even though some people be backsliding. But for the most of it, you hear you heard Young Thug. Young Thug had somebody else he put on. You get what I'm saying? We don't have that. It's like, nah, F him. And there's so many.
Right.
It's hard to put us in a category because you got Southern DMV. You got, we jive trip. You know what I'm saying? DC. And you got Southern Met. It's no particular sound. Baltimore.
So your family is from the DMV area as well?
What's up?
Your family is from the DMV area as well?
Yes, sir. Virginia all day. Second home Maryland. Now we here.
So tell me about your upbringing in Virginia and how was it growing up for you as a kid, growing up in the DMV?
I'm not going to give the typical, I was so starved, you know what I'm saying? But we had a fairly decent life up until I was about, I want to say 11, 12. That's when shit just went backwards. It became rough. Food shortage, all the stuff you hear them rap about. But for me, personally, I feel like nobody deserves the struggle, but I feel like it's an easier transition when you completely come from nothing versus you had a decent life and it's pulled from under you. Because at least when you don't have, it's like, okay, you can level, but when you have what you need and want and it's pulled from you, it's like, oh, damn, I don't know how to take this. It's a shock. You feel me?
So basically you're saying that you had a rough life growing up. Yeah. And then you had both parents in the household, your mom and dad was with you when you was growing up?
Well,
so what was the
my bad, go ahead.
Yeah, so did you have both parents growing up when you was growing up in the DMV?
Physically, both were there, but shout out to Miss Blackman, my mother. She was consistent my entire life, even when I kind of turned a blind eye to be on my pop side to figure out who he was. My father was there physically, but he wasn't there. I learned what I needed to learn from my mother. You know what I'm saying? And through trials, and error. That's what I feel.
So when you say your pops wasn't there mentally, what was going on? Because this was the crack epidemic back then. Like, what was going on for him not to be there mentally for the family from your experiences growing up?
You want the grit? Because I'm all facts, the rap, everything. You want the grit, the gristle.
Fans know. Let the fans know. We trying to dig into your background, dig into your life.
My father was too busy focusing on women outside her family. So I'm gonna paint a scenario. We struggling. He, he got his little back end, but he take his money, go trick. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no food, but he goes to eat. He get a full pizza for himself. My grandfather catches him. Like, what are you doing? You got kids home hungry. Like, that's what he on. Now my mother, I come from Trinidad descent. You know what I'm saying? That's like Islander, all that. So I'm a melting pot. I'm a mutt. My mother worked full jobs at one point. I'm 36 now, bro, and it's like I did my fair share of three, and that was tough. But four, and then you got to deal with young children. It was like, bro, I take my hat off to her because my father ain't do that. His money went to the women and the hotels and the food, so I could never turn my back completely on her. Shout out to Miss Blackman. Love your mama.
So you was the only child during this time?
Now this time it was me and my little brother. We all we had. Going back to my father, not to bash him, but just to get the whole story. He messed around and somebody down the street, and yeah, now we got a sister, a half sister. She's 18 now. She's an adult. My brother, I got him by 2 years. We're both constructive people. Like he's doing his thing. He's talented too, but he's not so much focused on the business. He just loves singing. He'll play the piano for people, but I'm trying to pursue this. I put too much time. I was homeless for this. You feel me? I dropped out of school and some more shit. Ain't no plan B for me. Peace God. Peace God.
So you grew up, and your father, he basically was running around tricking off. That he ended up having another sibling, which is your sister. So you're basically in the house. It's just you and your brother and your mother. She's struggling. So what led you to being homeless and stuff like that? Coming from that, like, so did you complete high school, middle school, and stuff like that?
My last completed grade was 11th. Now, I'm no
So what happened
idiot
with
like
that? Yeah, yeah. So what happened with that?
when you young, you feel like the weight of the world is on your head. You know what I'm saying? It's bad, but it ain't as bad as when you become an adult and you got to fend for yourself and you ain't got no soap or no, when you a kid, you might struggle, but you always got that net. Somebody's gonna try to look out for you. When you grown, you just, hey man, you a man, figure it out.
Right.
And I was a couple credits short, and I just said, man, you know what? Like, my father was doing what he was doing. I had a scholarship offer when I was 12 for basketball. It was nice. And once he dropped the ball on taking me to the college, that pretty much, that was it for basketball. I got up to the 10th grade of playing, and then I was like, F this, bro. But I started rapping at 9, making beats through my cousin Monte. Shout out to Monte Highway Tay. He's on his way to becoming a pastor now, so I respect him. I look up to him.
So you faced a lot of obstacles growing up, and from what it looked like, you had aspirations or inspirations to be in the basketball in the NBA, but your father dropped the ball. He's too busy running around, so it's like you stuck in a place where no one cares about you. Like, how did that feel in your mind, knowing that the people that's supposed to show you the support, you wasn't getting the support from when you really needed it? Like, how did that play an effect on you and your mind mentally?
Well, when I was, like I said, my mom was working so many jobs. It was like when I was younger, I held that against her because I ain't understand, like, the responsibilities. But in her mind, she's like, I'm gonna sacrifice my all to make sure y'all got clothes. And at that time, I was kind of selfish. Like, you ain't coming to my games, But when I look back, my late 30s now, I'm like, I feel bad. I told her, and it's like it's just crazy, bro. Like manipulation is a thing, and with the right parent with manipulation, they can do a number on you. But it's strengths. You gotta have strength. You gotta have drive, and you gotta overcome all the BS, bro. For real.
So what schools did you go to growing up? What schools did you go from elementary to high school? Like what was that like?
I went like all my elementary schools.
Yeah, where you went to school at? We getting your life
I
story right
went.
now. Where you
I
went to
went
school
to.
at?
I went to a historical. You know of Jenny Dean Elementary. You know that
Okay.
forget the exact history, but it's with African Americans. If you go to that school to this day, it looks exactly as it did. They didn't change anything since I went. And they have like the little, the little plaques with the history in front of the school with the stones. Like it's history, historical. I went to Baldwin Elementary, and I went to Metz Middle School, and then I was supposed to graduate at Osborne High School in Manassas, Virginia. Yeah.
Okay then. So you say you got into music at the age of 9. What inspired you to start music at the age of 9? Like, what artists were you listening to? Like, what got you in the mindset of wanting to do music at the age of 9?
Let me see. 97. So 97. If I was 9, that means it was 97. So I'm thinking, like, hold on. So Pac obviously was still banging in 97. Biggie was banging. Jay, he was out there, but he wasn't Jay like right now. You know,
Right.
I hate to say this, no Diddy, but I was heavy on, his artists, Mace and Total and them, that era. So I'm well rounded in the sense I was born in Carolina, raised in Virginia. Second home is New York. They come from Brooklyn, migrated to Queens. So then when I hit my teens, like 13, 12, I was heavy on the mixtapes. DJ Clue, damn, I can't even think so long ago. But all the big powerhouse people from the mixtapes back in the day, I was influenced by that. And then what happened was my cousin had to watch me at my father's sister crib in Alexandria, Virginia. I'll never forget it. And I had been curious of music. I had a cheap Casio board, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I went, and he had the bass or his bedroom set up with the what you call it, the Boss TR8 or whatever, the orange drum pad joint from back in the day. And he let
Yeah.
me get on the drum, and it was natural. Like he was like, "That's a dope rhythm," and they kept it, and that's how I started because he was rapping.
So you working on this at your uncle's house? You said
This my
is
cousin.
it at your cousin's house? So he was influenced. So you going in his house, you doing music. So now you writing and stuff like that. You getting into it. So what did you do after that? Like you started doing talent shows, like you know,
I,
or you just
I
recording
did
and stuff like that. Like what you was doing?
I did one in fifth grade, and that's when I knew. Like I was, my brothers still laugh at me to this day because I was stiff as hell. It was what was it?
Yeah,
The Usher song. You make me wanna be the one when I'm stiff like this, bro. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm about to sweat. I'm about to fall. But towards the middle, I started loosening up. I started
right.
seeing everybody, hey, So I'm like, all right, yeah, all right, cool. I like this. And then I went back to school. I got out from the show, and my
Yeah,
father, he was the one who went with me. Everybody's like, "Your son is so talented." I went to school the next day. Everybody like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is what I want to do." That's when I knew fifth grade. But I wasn't writing at the time. I was miking back in the day. Put the mic to the speaker of the Casio, and I had to keep flipping the tape. So I do a drum track, flip it,
yeah.
melody, flip it, and you just kept going. These kids don't know about that. It's easy.
Right, right. So what do you think about the music industry as a whole today then? talking about that.
You want the grit again, don't you? He loved the grit. You'll be go in, huh?
Man, go in.
Like everything, evolution, human beings, evolution, cats, dogs, mammals, ducks, whatever you want to talk about, evolution. So it is mandatory for us to grow as a whole. It's mandatory for the melodic sounds, the switch and the pitches but as far as artistically, man, it breaks my heart. Like the agenda that they pushing. And I'm not saying I'm no saint. I got ratchet music too, but I give you a message as well. I show you the good and the bad. It's just they straight pushing OnlyFans, coochie popping. If I can't throw it back, Aquafina. I'm like, bro, what? Little Kim did it, but she was cool with it. I'm not saying it's cool to be a hoe, but she made it cool. They just nasty now. I'm just telling you straight up, bro. They just straight nasty, bro.
Got you.
As far as the
So
men,
do you
hold on. I got the men. I left the part out because you asked me about the state of the industry. So that's the women. You
got
you asked, you hear me out. Since when has it been cool to become the fiend and not the dealer? That's the narrative they're pushing. Since when has it been cool to rock stars do it, but they trying to demasculize the men? So now you got the nail polish, the pink hair, and everybody's flamboyant. I'm like, bro, what the hell going on, bro? What happened to you? Get more money. Now everybody's like, I'm popping that perky movie. What's I don't get it. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't get it.
It's funny you say that because a lot of these artists right now are overdosing, and labels, they do have life insurance policies on these artists. So, you artists out there overdosing, y'all doing this, they gonna still get money on the back end regardless. You are investment at the end of the day. So, that is sad what's going on right now.
They gonna feed you the drugs, and they gonna give you the escorts because guess what? The closer you get ready for this, because I'm about to give you chills. I'm a fact speaker. The closer you get to death, the richer they get. Remember that. The closer you, I'm gonna repeat it, get to death, the richer they get. I'm gonna tell you why. Like you said, the insurance policies. You more valuable dead than alive. So why wouldn't we not give you drugs? Why would we not give you promiscuous women that sleep with everybody? Coochie look like my bedroom. You can have it. She bad as hell, but she wide open. Now you didn't cause some shit. You didn't got sick. Now they can get you in the hospital. We ain't gonna speak too crazy, but shit. Put two and two together.
I mean, when he got shot, he told him to get him up out of there. He felt like they was gonna kill him. And he ended up dying anyway. So yeah, that's real facts.
Enough said.
So let's talk about Pop Smoke, your hit single that's out now. What's the meaning behind this single right here, Pop Smoke?
I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm a unapologetically talk my shit. That's the whole concept. I knew what I was doing. I knew it was gonna ruffle feathers because I took the title Pop Smoke, rest in peace. But my idea of Pop Smoke wasn't slandering. I seen a couple of comments in the video. There'll be no Pop Smoke slander. I'm like, whoa, my guy. Pop Smoke means pop smoke. You want smoke? Give them smoke. Be unapologetic about if you're great about something. I don't care if you're a hooker. Be the best hooker you can be. Pop my shit. I bang. Johnny Madrid. Like, dang. Like, roaming the streets with your gang. Like, you can do stuff and not be negative. You know what I mean? That's what I meant. Be unapologetic. But I'm genius to the point to where I know the algorithm. If you see the title Pop Smoke, they'll be like, oh, he got another album coming. It's free marketing. Why wouldn't I use the name Pop Smoke? Because I know it's going to bring controversy, and controversy going to bring eyes, and eyes going to bring money. Talk to me nicely.
And, that's great what you're doing because you're also, people looking at it as negative, but you're actually keeping his name alive. And
Thank
nobody
you.
thought about making a
We're
song named Pop Smoke. Ain't nobody from New York, nowhere in his borough keeping his name alive right now. They probably wanted him dead. You never know who was your hater. But you actually keeping his name alive and paying,
thank you.
you contributing to what he doing. So I salute that, bro.
Thank
Like so music is more of a passion or a hobby for you? What do you think? Is music more of a
At one
passion or a
point,
hobby?
my wife and here she'll tell you, music was a lot on me and it kind of broke me down. I'm transparent. There's no such thing as, oh, you're soft. No, I'm a human being. So I had a time where with the wrong team, it broke my spirit and I was down for like 3, 4 years. I still created it, but I just wasn't active, you know? It's just to me personally now, it's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle. It's eat, ish, sleep, music. When I'm at my job, because I am not ashamed of having a 9 to 5, I'm writing as I'm doing my job. Every time I get a break, if I hear a beat who somebody sent me, like, yo, okay, change it. Like I'm networking, like people like you, podcasters, DJs, record pool. Like I never stop. She will account to this, bro. It is sickening because it's an obsession. To be successful, you gotta. Kobe shot 30,000 jump shots. I'm gonna be successful, and I do it twice a week. Make it make sense.
So you mentioned you had took a 3-year layoff. Let's dive into that. Like, let's keep it real. Like, what happened to cause that? Like, you say it was bad business moves. Like what? Like you ain't got to throw nobody under the bus, but it's your story, it's your truth. What happened when you took that 3-year layoff? Like, let the world know what's going on through this 3-year layoff for you to take a break, knowing that you're passionate about music. I know some bad business had to happen for this to go on.
It was just it's the classic. I don't want to say this wrong. Classic symptom of the industry. They build you up, make you feel like you're about to be something, and then shit on you. Like I had invested, I want to say 4 or 5 years of my life. That's from 19 till them years you can't get back. I'm here struggling, staying up late until like the whole night, writing these songs. None of them ever went out. I'm talking to celebrities. I'm gonna say the cat is from Philly, but I'm not gonna say his name. You know what I'm saying? Not a rapper, he's a manager. And I had knew some celebrities in my day that I had direct contact with when I contacted them and said, bro, is this guy legit? They're like, yeah, I made a lot of money with him. So that's stamped. So I'm all in because you getting stamps from people that's been with Jay-Z and you know what I mean? Big timers. Fast
Right.
forward, it's like I felt like the dude had the connects to put me on, and I showed my devotion and time, but he just it's like he playing with you, like chess and checkers. Like you can talk to all the celebrities, you write all the songs, and nothing ever goes. And after a while, it was an emotional roller coaster, and I just broke because I already had my regular stuff going on, struggling, like trying to keep my stay afloat. And now you got this dude talking to my mama, making me wake her up out the bed 12 o'clock, like I'm about to take care of your son. And you drop the ball and then you blame it on me. Talking about, well, you didn't go to New York. Like, bruh, I needed paperwork. I'm not just gonna get up and leave my job, lose everything that I got because you said to jump. Is you crazy? So I gave him I ain't gonna lie. I grew up more, gave him another chance. He blew that. Recently, a year and a half ago, I said, I'm gonna get this one more shot, man. I'm putting my terms down this time because now I got leverage. I built my own. He can't like, you know what I mean? Like, look how far I come. Label, over 700,000 stream. Like, come on, bro. Talk to me nice. Same thing. I said, bruh, I ain't gonna say his name. I don't want to be signed to nobody. If you can just get me placements and radio, we can work. Boom. He said, cool. Next thing you know, me and him talking mid sentence. Oh, hold on, Coop. We got somebody on the line. Yeah, we got Whoop De Whoop from such and such records, and I'm like, look at me. You feel me?
Antennas go up.
No. Look at me. Emoji.
Gotcha.
Demon
Devil
time.
horn.
You trying to
Yeah.
force me into a corner where I was very clear about what my wants and needs were as an artist. I told you I was not going to sign to nobody. You cornered me on the phone with a record exec from Sony, and I'm like a deer in the headlight. I don't want to say too much because if I come off ungrateful, now I can get blackballed because
Sony is one of the biggest distribution companies in America.
Hello. So I ended up having to just, bro, I kept it 1,000. I talked to my wife, man. I say, you know what? I'm going to block him. I didn't even give him an explanation. That's the last time I talked to him. Blocked him.
So he wasn't trying to work for you. He's actually working against you and trying to get his money on the end and to trap you in a deal that doesn't profit you and doesn't benefit you.
Amen.
And then, it's like, okay, I got this artist, but you built yourself up. And you're looking for more independency, but he wants someone to actually have full control of your artistry and get you in a deal that you can't even get out of, that you might be stuck in.
Thank you. That's it. That's my life, bro. Like, when I rap, like, this is what I be talking about. Like, this is just pieces, like dissecting pieces. There's so much going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I know that was a big hit to you in your career because that was a waste of time. Basically, you wasted time, but you still put out music though.
If anything, it hurt me, but it brought the dog out my ass. It let me know, like, besides this recent, we had our talks in the past. This recent guy, we're not gonna give him anything. But it made me stand my ground. And when I say no, it's no. You're not gonna talk me into no circles to what you want me to do. I'm not tap dancing for you. It's my way or you get the byway. And that's it. You can throw a temper tantrum, you can threaten me, we can take it there. What you wanna do?
Facts. So let's talk about Gasoline featuring 50 Tyson. How did that collaboration come about?
First off, matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can invite Buddy in here, bro. I'm listening. But 50 Tyson is a good dude, bro. And I feel bad because a lot of the time, because of what he deals with, people try to call him slow, but he's a good dude. Like, I just reached out to him. I told him the play that I had, and I had the radio connects. And, he's trying to double back the second time around. People felt they forget so quickly. My album was called 90s, 2000s Fanatic. It made
We're gonna get into that. So, how did you meet 50 Tyson?
I reached out, bro. That's it. Instagram. And I described what I had and his energy and mine, and I made the beat as I was talking to him. And I recorded myself on the phone, be like, yo, you rock with this joint? You be like, yeah. And we did the song. And it hit.
Yeah. So you have 30s Theory. You created an album, 30s Theory. How was that created? Like, what was the creative process in that?
30s Theory, me and him, I'm gonna get to that. I'm getting into that, but I'm building to it. Me and 30 really ain't seeing eye to eye right now. I kind of went my own way because he's still dealing with them people. But 30 came to me, and I was like, bro, okay, I'm gonna give you full shine, and we're gonna do a project with all your beats. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because he's a beat man. That was going to be my next question. Okay, go ahead on. Yeah, so he did all the beats on this project, then. on 30
On
Stereo.
30 Theory, and the first one I want to say was Versus Theory. Is when I gave him his first shot minus I think it was one track I did. So between them two, I was like, I got to give him his full shine, not just a single. Let me see how you react with pressure, cause that's the deal breaker for a real producer. You can produce a hit. Can you produce a whole album and be consistent and not get the listeners bored? I'm like, okay, he kind of heating up. So I gave him the second album, Jane. You know what I'm saying? And that's how them two came about. Shout out to Official Lounge. I guess that's how you say it.
Wow.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, yeah.
so 30, his name is 30 Mil. That's the dude that produced the beats on this one. That's
I'm
who you're
just
talking
going
about,
down.
30 Mil?
I'm going to nod my head. I don't want to say his name too much. He's not going to profit off me no more. But what you said,
Gotcha.
yeah, 30.
Okay, so we're not even, I had a couple of questions about him, so we're gonna exclude him. So the song Seen a Lot featuring well that's 30 Mil too. He's on feature. Okay, so we're gonna skip that.
Well, no, hold on.
Seen a
Go
Lot,
back. Rewind, go back. You
30
said
Mil.
he's featured on which one?
Seen a Lot. Is that
I
him featured
mean,
on that?
again, nah, it's all my song. I wrote it. I put that on there to get his accolades up. To be honest, like if he's attached to it and featured, he made the beat. It looks like so it draws it together.
So
That's why
you
I did that.
still was showing him love and
I
putting him
was
on despite what
still
happened.
showing him love after, and he's still acting so off with the head, bro.
So that's a lesson for everybody. You got to be careful who you working with.
Yeah.
Loyalty is, some people don't value loyalty. Some people don't value real and genuine people. Like you giving them all the points you need on the beat. You're actually giving them exposure. He's not putting no money into the marketing. You're doing all the marketing. You're putting up all the money on the marketing. You're putting up all the money on the videos, everything that goes into the project. And he turns around and he's still doing bad business with people that he know
I don't rock
did wrong to
with
you. Yeah, you can't rock with people like that. You can't.
Shout out to Keep Calm Chris. That's the other half of Beat Majors. My production team is me and Chris. So shout out to Chris. But yeah, Ghost Beat Major.
Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Man. But that's it. So when you look at contracts, I know you have to look at contracts in a different way. So as you're doing business, how important it is to implement contracts in everything you're doing.
Listen.
Going through what you went through.
Read my fat lips. Bruh, there's contracts and there's lawyers. Invest in a lawyer because contracts don't even mean shit without a lawyer. Because you're not gonna be your typical street, I ain't gonna say that street dude is not on the wavelength typically to dissect and read and pinpoint. So if you don't have a lawyer to sit you down like, now hold up there, buddy, you're screwed. So this time,
Right.
me and my wife, bruh, she on the phone with me. Hey, babe, you got the lawyer? I'm like, yeah, man, we ain't rocking like that no more. And if you have a problem
Right.
with me saying lawyer and you get mad, then your intentions are green, my dude. I don't want no parts of you.
Facts. You need to run away from those type of people. If you mention a lawyer and they don't want to do business, just don't do the business because that's just a red flag. That's just basically telling you that's a sign and a warning. Hey, this gonna be a headache. If they don't want to, especially if they don't want to do paperwork. If they don't want to do paperwork, I don't care if you asking them to post you in the story. And if they talking about exchanging money, all right, let me set up a contract first. You want me to pay you $100 to post to the story? I don't care if they're a public figure. If they be like, nah, they don't do contracts, they're too small, run away because you don't know who's running that account. They're going to fuck you. Most celebrities don't even run their own account, so don't get fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a bend over, boy, man. Don't be that guy, bro. Stand up, stand tall, and give.
Let's go into your exactly. So let's go into your hit single. Don't Wanna Run.
Bingo.
this was one of the most noticed songs you did that you came out with. How did you come up with that concept for the song? It was very spiritual, very awakening, very heartfelt. I love that track. You've been pushing it, and you got a lot of recognition with it. How did you come up with that concept for Don't Wanna Run?
Man, where to start, bro? I'm known for energy. That's number one. And I don't just mean what I'm giving off to you right now. I just got tired of people trying to put me in a box. Oh, he's a shout rapper. So I said, you know what? The world is effed up, bro. The energy, the children, the food. There is nobody speaking hope and life into people. So it is my obligation as a true artist to put that and instill that in you, and
Right.
it needed to be done, and it was the perfect timing when it was released because the world was just it was black. It's nasty, bro.
And I like how you came on that track. You actually was singing on that track.
Sing rap.
Like, how did you get into that? Yeah, like you got some vocals on you. You can do it all, man. Like, what got you into singing?
It wasn't. I mean, it was holding note. I mean, I guess you could call it singing but me personally, me, my little brother, my cousin Kadisha, when the Blackstreet era was popping, you remember Blackstreet? We had a singing group. I wanted to naturally be a singer. Puberty just hit in. So it was like,
right.
You ain't hitting
the deep voice. Right. Yeah, that deep voice. Exactly. Yeah. So you was harmonizing on that song. I actually like that song. That's one of my favorite songs that you got out. Now I want to get into the mixtape, 90s 2000 Fanatic. The mixtape collab with DJ Willie Flight. How did you meet DJ Willie Flight, and how did you come up with that title for the mixtape?
You said Flight?
Question.
So this
DJ Willie Flight.
This is what happened with that. There were two scenarios. Willie Flight, I'm glad you did your research. I know you be looking. That's good stuff. He was supposed to be the DJ, right? And he started talking crazy. I still got respect, but he was talking crazy, so that got eliminated. Then it was supposed to be a guy from Tampa, but then the idiot that I was working with was on some F shit, so then that didn't go through. Then, shout out to Legendary in the Streets, Mercedes Streets, bro. Florida legend, promoter. Shout out to her. She agreed to do it. It was just circumstances. I have no beef, no problems with her. It just didn't work, and I had to put it out. But she good people. That's what it was supposed to be. And what it turned into was just me getting drops from artists. Shout out to let me see, Interstate Snake from the DMV. DJ let me see, Strizzo. He's a legend in Florida, Tampa area, Tallahassee and on. And I can't forget this. I'm from Virginia. I got mad skills.
Yeah.
On the album though. He was gonna be on the mixtape, but it turned into the album intro. To me, there's no bigger staple in hip hop because he gets his flowers, but the world kind of, you know how they can be. Like if you're not a Future, but he's a legendary. The boy's pen game credits through the roof, and he's from Virginia. So shout out to him. That made my world this year, bro.
Got you. So my next question is, how did you come up with the album Mad?
Simpler. You see hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me put my water down real quick. All right, let's go into character. You ready? I'm gonna turn.
You got flames all over, like you in hell, like you went through hell in that one.
I was going through hell. You hear me? It was bad, bro. I was angry and I just wanted to swing at the world. I'm like, the intro, man. You
snapped on that. I love that whole album. You snapped on that one. For sure. That was your come out party. So you produced the whole album, man, too, as well.
Me, Ghost, B Majors, he was in that. My boy Cameron, producer K9, and then 30 Mil had I think he had two on there, if I'm not mistaken. But it was mainly me and Ghost. We did that minus 2 or 3 tracks.
So
Yeah.
mad, you say you was mad that year. So what was going through your mind? Like what triggered that? What triggered that? What was the trigger?
Relationships. My baby mama. I hate to talk about it. I ain't gonna say her name and give her no power, but thank
You
you.
damn sure not.
I was going through it, and you know, as a man, when you
That's why
raise
I want to talk
power,
about this. As a man,
yeah,
men
as a
need to hear this.
man,
So yeah. So what did you go through during the relationship? I know you happily married now. Salute to that. You got
yeah,
a beautiful wife. She's taking care of you. You taking care of
yeah.
her, man. Salute to that. But we all do have a past. So what did you learn from the relationship that you was in, and you endured through that? Like, and I know it drove you crazy based off the title of the album, Mad. What were the things that she was doing to trigger you? And from just talking to men out there, just tell me how you handled that and how you learned and grew, and how you matured and grew from that.
So, fellas,
Speaking of relationships,
read the signs. No, you know, never mind the family. Like you gotta listen to your family, but just read. A person will pull their mask off in front of you, and if you not woke enough to see what's going on, they will strip your lifeline. And that's what almost happened to me. You know, like being promiscuous. Gaslighting is another thing. So if you doing everything you can, you breaking your back to support a woman, and it's never enough, pay attention because what they do, they make you feel like you the one. You doing wrong. And really, it's them. That's the advice I can give to all my fellas listening, bro. Number one, get your bag first. Focus on your dreams first. Lay the foundation. And if God feels it in his heart to bless you right now, then you get blessed. But lay the foundation for yourself because you can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of no woman. You don't want her to take care of you all the way through. Half, maybe. Ambition.
hold on 1 second. 1 second. Facts. Everything you're saying is facts. My radio had cut on. You feel me? Had to turn that thing off. So you basically moved on from that. You grew from that, and you
Say it
actually
again.
wrote an album about that. I said you basically moved on that from grown from that, and everything you're saying is true. You have to look at the warning signs, and once you see these warning signs, the best thing for you to do is get out of that situation. And what's not meant is not meant. And if you would have continued in that situation, you wouldn't have found the woman who you were with right now. So you have to cut off all that negative energy. Like negative energy, you have to cut that off.
I
So
wouldn't.
I salute you on that.
Yeah. Let me
So
say,
in 2000,
wait.
oh, go ahead on my brother.
I was just, it was nothing big. Go ahead. 2000.
So in 2018, what
Oh,
was the creative process behind the album Coupe Daze?
cool.
Now you actually got,
Oh,
yeah,
you
the
talking
album
about the
Coupe
green
Daze.
out? Okay. See, man, I
Yeah,
write
you
so
know,
much. Woo.
bruh, I'm like, okay, so what was the creative process behind that? You actually named the album behind yourself.
Well, Coupe Days was like at that point I had been doing music since 9, but realistically, it didn't get serious. Serious, like I mean, like I want to say about 18, 19. So at that point, it's like okay, I had a feel for music. I was doing shows. Me and Ghost was hitting Florida to travel. We performed for DJ Smalls, all that. But I was still unsure of myself. So what that was a collection was, a bunch of different sounds. I was experimenting with sounds. You had trap, then you had pop, then you had the slow depressed, then you had the, in between. And that's what I meant by finding myself. Like I just didn't know the direction artistically that I wanted to go. I wanted to be everybody. And you can do a lot, but you got to walk a mutual line to balance. And that's why, it did what it did. It still did some numbers, but it could have been better.
So how did you meet Two Pistols?
Oh, Ghost gonna love this. Well, originally, let me see. I was about 14 or 15. Shout out to Sparrow's World. He's doing huge things right now, bro. Shout out to him. I knew Sparrow since I was 15. We talking SoundClick days. And we met each other through that. And that went to MySpace. Then Ghost came in because it's like, dude, we gotta rock with these people. So then Ghost started rocking with them, and we drove a couple times from Virginia to Florida. But the
Yeah.
craziest thing was meeting Two Pistols and him. We were almost on his album, bro. His debut album. We were supposed to be in the She Got It music video. Financially, we were going through a patch, you know, and we didn't make it. But we got on one of his biggest mixtapes, his debut mixtapes, Jimmy Jump, you know, and it was it was cool, man. Like I performed in front of him. He was like, man, you killed that. He was rocking with our beats heavy. It was a time, bro. I miss that era. I really do.
And you mentioned DJ Smalls. You say you performed in front of him. What showcase was that? Where that took place at?
That was the first time I met Mercedes Streets in person because it was MySpace, and then damn, you bringing out stuff that I forgot about. Troy DeVent, I think he was with Slip. I think he was with Slip and Slide back in the day. That's who put us on to the showcase, But
Mm-hmm.
Smalls, man, Ghost would tell you, bro. That was a learning experience. I was hyped, but I wasn't prepared, bro. Small slaughtered me, bro. He said, y'all in my
Right.
face. That's when swine flu was popping. He was like, man, you all gripping your. It was rough. It was rough.
But you
Mhm.
was getting out there. You get your name out there. So let's talk about your album, Southeast Tragedy. What is this album about?
Rest in peace. His birthday. Man, that my heart. My cousin was tragically murdered by the police in Southeast DC. So
Let's talk about that.
they they tried to say, he had a gun. It turned out he didn't have a gun. They had showed the camera footage, and right before they did what they did, the cop put his hand over the camera, bro, and you can see
Mm.
through the camera or through his hand or finger that my cousin's not reaching for nothing. He running for his life, bro, and that tore me up. So I had to. That's why I said I love music. I had to channel that energy and get it out because you can self-destruct if you don't deal with grief properly.
So
So what
is
I
that him
did,
on the album cover?
that's him. I
Is that
designed that cover
that's
too.
him?
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
wondering. I was wondering it had to be dedicated. So you say you was dealing with the grief, not the interruption. What happened? And that's how you let it out?
I I felt that he was owed because he got children. He got like four, man. I felt the world needed to hear the true him. He would give you the shirt off his back. He might not have had a lot, but he would walk, when he didn't have a car, miles for his children. Hot sun, drenched, everything. And it's just, it's a soft spot for me still, but it's like, bro, they needed to hear who he was because the cops did him dirty. The news reporters were reaching out to me out of respect. I directed him to his mother because it's not my place to try to piggyback off of that. You know?
And a lot of that is still going on now today. It's
Mhm.
more publicized now, but it wasn't publicized back then with murdering of innocent black males. He didn't have no gun on him. He didn't resist. He didn't do anything. But they decided to take his life, and then on top of that, they want to cover the camera. That was filming. So that
His
was crazy.
his fatal mistake, man, it is crazy. His fatal mistake, unfortunately, I love him to death. When you run from the police, innocent or not, they're gonna assume that you mean ill intent, and I'm not blaming him, but I understand why he ran. You in Southeast DC, bro. Like it is real. That man was in the trenches with it, bro. I mean, as a black man, you might freeze up. You get trauma because look at our history with slavery change. Like it's trauma. He probably just he lost and he ran. Like
Because the
I don't know.
perception of police, you more scared of the police than you scared of people in your own neighborhood. So, you know, it's like it's a win or lose thing. Like, okay, do I run? Do I stay here? Is they gonna put something on me? You know, you hearing all these stories. So a plethora of things could have ran through his mind during that time, you know. And we don't know what was going on, but he was an innocent, unarmed man. And
The
there was
cop
no reason
walked.
for them to kill
He
him.
walked, bro. He didn't get I think he might at worst have gotten a little mild suspension, but you know what? I don't even have no animosity. I'm angry. I'm upset, but I leave it on this. Everything you do on this earth, God gonna see it, bro. And the punishment that you gonna face upstairs versus if you would have just manned up and accepted responsibility on earth and did your time, you would walk a free man. You will get ridiculed in jail, but you'll be good with him. Because he was a coward, that man gonna suffer, bro. May God be with him.
Facts. And we're gonna end it on that. Prayers up to your cousin. So my next question is, when did you start your weight journey?
My what?
Your weight journey. Most
Working
people
out.
that don't know, yeah, you made a complete transformation in everything you did. Like, what inspired you? When did you start your weight journey? Because you was
Man,
way bigger than what you are right now.
yeah, I ain't never been like that in my life. I'm 5'9", bro, and I'm 194 pounds. Like, no, that's too much on my little feet. And I start
Right.
looking at my belly, it's looking like the leprechaun's change pot. I'm like, no, I ain't going out like that. You gonna give me diabetes? Heart issue? Nah, bro, I'm too young. Mm-mm.
So when did you start that weight journey then? Because you got your pics up, you know what I'm saying? Inspirational pics, how with all the weight you lost. Like, when did you start that? What got you in that mindset?
The idiot X the first time around, and then when we went our separate ways. I had stopped, but when you're going through life, some people they get stressed or depressed, and they might binge eat. So me, I was the person that just started eating, and I never like
Mm.
I eat a lot, but I was eating, and it just got out of control to the point to my brother like, "Yo, bro, you fat," and that hurt because I'm athletic. I told you I used to train, run treadmills and leeches and shit. And now,
Yeah.
bro, you got titties. Nah, bro. Mm-mm. I started getting like it's still kind of there, but I ain't been in a month or two because I've been working and grinding
And
with
you
this. I ain't had no
you
time.
looking better, you looking way more fit right now.
Yeah.
People don't know, I already know who you are. I've known you for years, you feel me? Salute to my brother on his weight loss journey, man.
Hey,
So the song, What Do You See? Did you produce this song as well?
so did beat majors again. Yup. Mhm.
That was a dope song. So what was the creative process in that song? What do you see? And you say you linked up with Beat Majors?
Yeah, that's us. Me and Ghost. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Look into my
Y'all a team.
eyes. Tell me what you see. You want to see the good me or you want to see the dark side? That's what that's about.
Right.
There's no other way to. I don't know how
So
else to really.
so Beat Majors, that's you and someone else, correct?
Yeah, that's me and Ghost, Mr.
So
Chris.
let's talk about that. How did that start with Beat Majors? And how can somebody get beats from you guys?
He posted it. If you scroll up, he was in here. He put the IG official beat majors. We spell majors with an E, so it's Maejors. Official beat majors on Instagram. You
So
know,
if y'all need a beat,
bring it up.
official MAE Majors, okay. Y'all official Beat Majors.
Mhm.
Maejors.
Yes, sir.
If y'all watching this, y'all make sure y'all go holler at them. So how did that collab come about with Official Beat Majors?
Again,
With you
nostalgic.
with you and your people.
It's nostalgic, bro. This is an era that I wish I could just go back. I was 16. I was the baby. They knew I had talent. My father, this Kenny McNeil, K-Mac, shout out to K-Mac. He linked the Beat Majors because he knew of me. He was like, man, this young kid is nice. Ghost, like, you just gotta kind of like mold him. Like, he knows he's dope, but his arrangements ain't quite there yet. I was just raw talent, untamed. And that's when Ghost came in being older, because Ghost was in this shit. I think he was 20, 21 or something like that. He was older. I was baby. He's like, you got to start counting your bars like this and break. And he showed me all the technical stuff.
Yeah.
And it was over from there. '06 to now, we've been friends and partners and everything.
So when did you start Dream Reality Radio?
Dream Reality, technically, I didn't start it. The shady business guy that we spoke about, I'm not gonna give his name, but it was told to me it would be Dream Reality. And it wasn't, but it was supposed to be. Yeah.
So that was a bad business deal going bad then.
Hella bad, bro. Hella bad.
So you want to talk about it, or we gonna skip that?
It depends which angle you're trying to go with it. Like, talk about the deal structure or just what went wrong, or
what went wrong? What actually went wrong with Dream Reality Radio?
Well, damn, see, I almost finished. I was about to say the name of what it is, but I'm not even gonna do that. It was another name. When I asked them, like, this is supposed to be my station, you said I'm 50-50 partner with you. Why you made me do all this content? You made me do the graphics of the radio station, right? Why is it not the logo?
Right.
And come to find out, it was never mine. He just used me because he know that I'm connected with so many people to purchase the package. Yeah, I'm the little boy on the porch boy. You know, when the dealer used to send the little kids out there. That's how he tried to sign me. And I started getting hip like, bro, I ain't getting paid for this. And I'm arguing with people on the regular, you know, because they think I'm trying to scam them. And then you turn around and use my face in a video and you doing some shady. So now I'm attached. And it was crazy, bro. It's crazy.
So you got up out of that. So salute to that.
You got the hell.
That's bad business all around. So he basically he tried to do a sneak move then.
He ain't tried.
He was very sneaky. He was very cunning.
That man was on some Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Like, straight up.
Wow.
Yeah, you trying to end me, bro.
Bad business. Yeah, whoever get involved with him, they'll basically see it coming. So Earth is Ghetto. What's the concept behind this single, Earth is Ghetto?
That was another. It's another year. Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm jogging my memory now because I remember the graphics. Ron D. Atlanta me. I didn't officially sign him, but I loved his energy and his performance was crazy. So that was my debut to get him heard underneath my imprint. So I let him do the hook and I did the beat. And Earth is Ghetto is basically like Pop Smoke before Pop Smoke. Talk your, you know what I mean? And the Earth being ghetto with all the urban, you know, myths they be talking about, stuff like that.
Then you dropped another single, Hood Finesse. What's your thought process in creating this single?
I can't take complete credit. I was pitched an idea because it was supposed to try to get us, you know, companies attached. So it's like, drop names here, drop a soda company there, that kind of thing. Like a freestyle mentioning all of the entities. We made the beat majors again, and that's what it was. And number two, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was sold an image for that track. The person who mixed that, they didn't master it, and I found out. I kept thinking as my producer ears were on, like, bruh, it's not bad, but it's just not knocking, like what
But,
the beat
right,
makers are known for. We make tracks and they knock, but we didn't mix this beat. We allowed somebody else, and it sounded like whispers. But by that point, it's already out. So I'm like, F it, let it rock, bro.
right. So the song "Ugly" featuring True Real and Cam Ends, how did that collab come about?
I was making a beat in the studio. This time, Ghost was in Virginia, and I don't even know how to explain it. It was dun 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 dun. That joint just came. Pause. And then we had his boy on it originally, but it didn't quite work. So then I got at Trill. I'm like, yo, me and Cam, because he was already rocking with us heavy, got this banger, bro. Like, he's like, man, you gotta let me get on this joint, bro. And I'm like, all right, bet. Then he hooked it up in Atlanta. So we drove from Maryland to Atlanta to shoot the video for that joint. And it was crazy, bro. Like, we snapped. We all snapped on that. Shout out to Cam Lins, Alabama 205, bro.
So my next question is, how did you meet Black Boy 49?
Black Boy, Black Boy 49.
Yeah, how did you meet him?
What song was it again? I'm like, boy, hold on now. You got me thinking.
I don't remember the song that y'all
Okay.
was on. I know you had a picture with him and stuff like that. Black Boy 49.
I can't even lie, bro. I'm transparent. It's not ringing a bell.
Okay. So, who do you believe the power? Why do you believe the power of never giving up is real?
One, to give up is to disappoint God because he puts you through trials and tribulations for a reason to overcome the blessing that he's going to give you. So if you give up, that's like saying, God, thanks, no thank you. Even if you fail, you go to your last breath trying and it just didn't work out, you just do. That's how I look at it.
Got you. So my next question is, then who is Sugar Riot? Do you remember who that is?
Oh man, y'all got a problem, boy. That's Baby Prince right there. That's who that is. Shout out to Sugar Ride, bro. We got something in
So,
the vault. We ain't release it, but shout out to that man. He's very creative, bro. He's like the modern Prince mixed with trap and other elements, and they're even similar in aesthetics, like clothes and stuff. He's just different, bro. He's different
so how did that relationship come about with Sugar Riot?
because shout out to Famco Studios. I'm shouting out everybody I rock with. Me and Ghost been rocking with Twin for years, and he kind of actually gave Ghost the structure and stuff. He's like the GOAT. We grew up under, and he was there, and I like what I heard, bro. And after going there a couple times, like we need to do something, bro. And that's how it happened. And he throw events, with the bonfire, the music, the food. They'll have live performances in the back behind the studio. It was a hell of a place to be, man. Shout out to Famco and Sugar Rat.
So the song "Oh Lord" featuring Cole Cook and Kristen Brown, how did you meet them and collab on the song for "Oh Lord"?
I reached out. I'm not gonna say my source, but there's a place where you could purchase features, and I had already wrote the record and produced it, but I felt like it was missing something. So what happened was I reached out to Cole via the platform, pay to get on the joint, and it wasn't bad, but we was like it could be great if we put this kind of effect on her voice to give it that anime feel, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
then Christian, the guitar that dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun, he did that. We Beat Majors did all the programming of the drums and the hey, all that crazy, and
So
that's
y'all
how
was
that.
in the studio together
Nah,
when y'all created that. Y'all was in the studio.
we
Oh,
just sent it
okay.
all. Do this like this. Let me hear this. Okay, tweak that a little, and that's how we worked.
Man, it came out brilliant. So
Yeah,
how did
man.
you
And it was
meet?
fun.
How did you meet DJ VIP?
That's crazy, man. Because I've been following him for years, and he worked under one of the greatest like West Coast rappers, Nipsey.
Nipsey
So
Hussle, yeah, sure.
rest in peace to Nipsey, man, a real one. But he told me he was coming out to the DMV, and me and my wife, I had to work the next day, bro. I said, I am not missing my photo with VIP. No groupie ish, but he's the closest I'm gonna get to Nipsey. That's as close as I'm gonna get. So I don't gotta attach myself because I mean he's good. He seemed like a good dude, but you don't want to attach your energy to just anybody. But just the fact that he got game, he got to pick his brain, ask him business questions. He learned. Look how smart Nipsey was. I had to link, bro. hmm
So, what happened with the Coop's World podcast that you had going on? What happened with that?
I just got to keep it 1,000, bro. It fell, and it didn't fall in the sense that I love I lack content and I'm not interested. It's just like I'm not old, but my focus was like, okay, they know me as a producer. I'm an artist now. I gotta really dive deeper into my artistry. So I kept it up for those who followed. I can always kind of come back. But as an artist, there's a watch. Podcasting, I can rock out forever with podcasting. I can't jump on
Right.
stage at 75, 85, 90. So I just chose a side, and the side was I'm going to rap for real now. Like,
So you basically put your dedication into the music.
yeah,
So,
all
so you
day.
was featured in the Source magazine. How
hmm
did this come about?
Man, you want to talk about a grown ass man running around the house? Again, my wife, like I'm running around the joint. Just a mutual a plug, and I met, liked what he heard, cut me, cut me a deal to get in the joint, did a write up on me, and it was history. And then they turned around and tweeted me. So they didn't just, I didn't
I
just get a
seen.
write up. I was like, yo, this is. I remember being a kid when the source mattered. You know what I'm saying? DMX era, pre DMX, and now here I am on the source. That's a victory to me. Like, man, look at this.
That's most definitely a victory lap. And what single did they feature in that article right there? I know they wrote you up for a single in that article.
It was the whole album, bro. That's what's even crazier.
Mm.
My album. And then the album features. I'm like,
So what album was
hey,
that?
90s, 2000s fanatic. Go get it if you haven't. You're missing
Yeah,
out on
yeah.
legendary days.
And you also was featured on Double XL Mag Canada. How did this come about?
Same plug, bro. We got more to come. There's more. I can't speak too soon, but y'all gonna see some stuff, bro.
Got you. And
Mhm.
then also you was featured in Impact magazine. How did that come about? You was actually on the cover.
That is my cousin Keisha. Shout out to her best friend. That's her magazine. She liked what I was doing.
Shout out to
Gave me a
Impact
Q&A.
magazine.
Mm-hmm. Go get it, man. It's still up there for sale too. Go support them. But it
So
was just love.
you said, got you. So with you being a featured artist on Impact and with them choose you to be on the album cover, what was the thought process of that? Because you actually on your first magazine cover. You actually
I
made the
yeah,
you headline right now.
crazy, bro. Again, running around the house. Now I'm motivated. Like I don't even know what I'm about to write, but I'm about to go make a beat. I'm about to write several songs. Like I'm like, that was my first just do. Like, damn, you're on a magazine cover, bro, from Virginia. Yeah.
So my next question is, how do you get money when it comes to making music? Because there's many ways of getting money. How do you get money when it comes to making music?
Building a core audience, number one, which is still something we dealing with in dream reality because this era is short attention span. So it's a little harder to me. But once you hone your core audience, you straight. Make sure your registration, if you're ASCAP, BMI, Song Trust, you gotta attack all them angles. People think you just drop music and I get paid. Well, guess what? The distributors, I had to learn the hard way. They're gonna give you a fraction of what you're worth because you didn't invest in yourself and believe in yourself and was too lazy to go file what you need for them to pay you out full. And that's how you get money in music.
Facts.
Mhm.
What's the difference between you and these current artists in hip hop? How do you
Um,
stand out?
unapologetic. There'll never be another me.
Mm.
That speaks volumes for itself. My tone, my energy, what I stand for, how I impact you when I just speak. That's not arrogance. That's God given. Just like Jay said, there'll never be another. That's how I feel about me. It'll come close. Won't be another Coupe.
So let's talk about the merch. You got Peace God hats,
Right here.
We Up tees, and you got the Coupe World hoodies. What was the method behind the merch in all three of those? Let's start off with the Peace God hats, the one you wearing right now. What was the method behind that? Peace God. That sounds like some Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? Some New York,
Mhm.
Peace God,
That's it.
like you salute like some 5% type stuff. Like what did that come from?
We all have God within us. And in the moment, I was telling the wife, I'm like, bro, this Wu-Tang, this documentary is just man, it took me places. And I just
Yeah,
wanted to pay homage. And I'm like, okay, we all got God in us and peace and God. Bring peace. Represent it, put it on your hat. And that's the only reason why it wasn't no genius thought pattern. It was just like I am inspired by this documentary because they did it so well, bro. Everybody
yeah.
was like everybody.
And then we have the We Up tees. We
We
Up.
up,
It's like it speaks for itself. Like We Up. What was the thought process in that? Because it sounds like it speaks for itself.
you
Like
ready?
We Up. Yeah, it's encouraging.
Manifestation. Manifestation.
Um,
You speak what you want. And that don't mean I don't want that man dead. Like, don't speak them words. But if you speak it with good intent and you say every day, I am rich spiritually, we are up. You ain't got nowhere to go but up. So why not wear it and say
facts.
it?
Y'all need to get that We Up merch right now before it's out. Get that We Up merch. It's going fast. Trust me.
I got him.
Also, you got the Coupe. You got the Coupe Daze hoodies, which I like myself. It's wintertime. Most definitely, we gotta talk about that. What went into the Coupe Daze merch?
Coupe Days, man, it's just it is what it is. Like Coop's World,
Like you branding yourself.
Brandon, and bringing them, letting them walk in your shoes in your life. That's why I call it Coop's World as a whole because it's like I am blessing you to be a part of my life, to feel like we walk aside each other. It's a lifestyle, it's a brand, it's determination, triumph, all that. Coop's World.
Also, what do you feel the DMV stands when it comes to making impact on hip hop?
I feel we had a potential and history has shown to make hits, but again, it's unity and on a smaller scale is being able to think outside of the DMV. I think that's what we struggle with the most. We're very talented, but we make direct music from one crowd. There's a whole world where you can mix up what our culture is and still touch other people in Africa. That's why I did Don't Want to Run because I'm from the DMV, but I don't want to put us in a box. I want to represent us for the world. And if we can do that, I don't think there's much competition. Let me be honest. I mean, there's other people that, they're great, but as far as a unit, yeah.
Got you. So, give me 3 gems of what it takes to be successful?
Read
What's your 3
them.
gems? Yes.
Number one, God. I'm gonna say it again because a lot of y'all on demon time. Get your mind right, get your spirit right. You ain't got to be saying God, family, and love.
Mm,
That's it.
facts. So I ask all my guests this: what comes first in your life, money, power, or respect?
Money, power, or respect. Do we gotta answer this one? Jesus. Okay. Money,
Everybody
power.
answer usually is different. Or
And
respect.
what?
What
Hold on.
comes first?
Let me ask you. Power. In what way? Power. Do you mean like people scared of you? Power, or just like you are so
Power.
respected? Just
Not
plain
scared,
power.
not fear for power, just plain power. Money, power, or respect.
I would have to go with power because with power that will create respect and money. Whereas if you got money and you not respected, what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying?
So you'll say power, money, then respect. I mean, power,
Power,
respect, then money. I
respect,
mean,
and money. Because power gonna bring the money. So yeah, power, respect, money. With power comes respect. With respect, people want to hire you. That's money. So in that order, yeah.
also, how did you come up with your artist name? How does it apply to your life, and what does it mean to you?
Coupe Daze is like saying respectfully, I'm not bipolar, but I have two sides to me. You got hype, you got low, cruising. Daze, no, Coupe is just like chilling. You know, he don't do too much. Daze is the alter ego where you step out of line, you will have problems. So it's hype
Right,
and
cool.
chilling. And then the
Okay.
spelling, chicken
It's like
coop.
a yin and a yang.
Mm-hmm.
Like you created your own yin and yang in your name. That's
Yes.
dope. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Got days. Pick one. That should be a nice album cover too.
Coupe Daze 2, number 2. You never know. Another part 2
Yeah.
might come. Coupe Daze 2.
So, what's your 5 top artists in the DMV from the DMV
Ooh,
area?
5 top. Oh, Lord, man. You put me on the spot.
Yes, sir.
Um, let's
For the
see.
DMV, known
Oh, God,
the unknown.
I hate these questions.
Known the unknown.
I'm not going to place number 1 on any. I'm just going to say the top that I
Just
like.
top 5. You don't have to be
So,
no percent.
Fat Trail, Shy
Okay.
Glizzy, Kingpin,
Okay.
Slim, Light Show, and this new chick is on the come up from Baltimore. Rican, God man, don't get me lying, bro. Rican the Menace or something like that. She's starting to make ripples, rap wise,
So you got,
like in this
so you said Fat Trail. Who else?
Fat Trail,
Shy Glizzy.
Shy Glizzy, Kingpin Slim is a legend. He don't
Kingpin
get all his flowers.
Slim.
Oh, you know what?
And
Wale, sorry, Wale.
Wale.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then
Okay. Wale.
and
And
then
then
Rican the Menace.
Weekend the Menace.
Thank you for
All
Menace.
right. So now let me get your top 5 in hip hop.
Oh God, these are so unfair, dog. Top
Now
5
let me get
in
your
hip
top
hop.
5 in hip hop.
It was, and I hope this don't come bite me in the ass later, because you know some people are just powerful. It was Jay-Z at one point. It was. So I'm gonna say Nas, T.I. from the South, early T.I.
That boy said
Man.
early T.I.
Early Kevin Gates,
Mm.
Trick Daddy,
Whoa.
and God, this is tough. I caught up
Nas,
with they raised.
T.I.,
Oh wait.
Kevin
You said
Gates,
top
Trick Daddy.
5. No. I'm sorry. He raised
Top
Kevin.
5.
You said top 5. Period. Okay. Ti,
Okay.
Bro. Good God.
Said Dro. Young
Huh?
Dro?
Young Dro.
You said Dro?
Dro. I was a
T.I.
Dro.
and Young Dro.
Yeah.
That's for the same. Okay, T.I., Young Dro. Okay, now we getting somewhere.
Nas.
Nas.
That's 3. I can't remember.
T.I., Young Dro, Nas.
Boy, I'm slipping.
You sure you don't want to throw Jay-Z in there?
Nah, I did, but I don't want to say too much, but yeah. Nah, I can't think, man. There's so many. Like, it's hard for me to really pick because I'm influenced.
You sure you don't want to throw Kevin Gates back in there?
Tupac and Biggie. That's the automatic.
You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. So T.I., Dro, Young Dro, salute to the ATL, Nas, Tupac, and Biggie.
Yeah.
I never heard of top 5 like that. That's very interesting for sure. So my other question to you is, I asked all my guests this, we about to wrap it up. You feel me? What do you value more in life, morals or money?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with capital M, morals, because money will have you doing some shit God did not plan for you to do at all. And that's a dark and a lonely road, and it's destructive. So I'm always going to pick morals. You can't put a price tag on me in that sense.
For sure. And I know you're on the time limit. So where can people find you on social media? Where can they find your music? You know, where can they look you up? I ain't going to hold you up too much. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you for coming on. I know you're a hard-working man. You feel me? So where can people find you at, Coupe Daze?
TikTok. Everything is real. Coupe Daze 1, COUPEDAZE 1. I typed it in there, www.dreamrealityreal1.com. Everywhere in streaming. Bandcamp, same thing. Real Coupe Daze #1. Just stick to the theme of Real Coupe Daze 1, and you'll be all right.
So for the beats, where can we find you on the beats? Go ahead and shout that out for people that's watching. It's going to be up on YouTube as well.
Yes, sir. Official Beat Majors. That's BEATMAEJORS on Instagram.
And this podcast is sponsored by Go to Money Team Marketing. Anyone that needs marketing, holla at Go to Money Team Marketing on Instagram, where they market you 24/7, around the clock, non-stop.
Yes, sir.
Salute the Coupe Daze. Salute, my brother. I appreciate you for coming on the show. Man, hey, man, we're going to have to do this again because we most definitely going to get off. I want to get you back on again to get off topic because I know you got some shit to say. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, on some real talk. Like, but I really wanted to get your story out there. It was most definitely needed to be heard. I know a lot of people that's watching this video going to learn from this. I really appreciate your knowledge and your time and just for coming on the show, man. Salute to the DMV. Coupe Daze. I appreciate you, my brother. And that Street Dialogue Podcast, y'all, make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And we out.
Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent.